Hello friends, family and other creatures of the sea, and welcome back to a new high-level game of StarCraft 2. Today we have in the top left spawning as our red Terran player, the current world champion, and the world champion for at least a little bit longer. It's going to be Oliveira. The Intellectuary Masters Katowice is not going to be the world championship anymore. He's going to keep his title for, well, at least more than a year. But for now, that's not so important, as we're here on Oceanborn. Oliveira in the top left and the bottom right playing for the Shopify Rebellion. It is Scarlett. What? Alright, TVZ. When I was bootcamping, we were bootcamping with the Shopify Rebellion in Toronto, Canada, the Shopify headquarters. I think it's the headquarters at least. There's an office there. We have a floor in the office where there's computers and chairs, and we sit there and we play StarCraft 2 together. It's Bian, Lambo, TLO, Scarlett, and me of course. And Scarlett, at the end of the boot camp, it felt like she was trolling, but then, I'm not sure if she was, she started playing a lot of mass hydra against Terran. A lot of mass hydra. And when I say mass hydra, I mean like 30, 40, 45 hydras. Infestors would be added in. And the traits that Zerg can trade, that Zerg can take while playing mass hydras were surprising. BM was getting very frustrated playing against it. And in general, it looked kind of strong. And it's one of these things where you're just kind of messing around with something and then it ends up working. I'm not sure if this is still something that Scarlett does at this point. Maybe it has been given up, but this is just something to keep in mind. It was fun to watch it. I think the Ultralisk is one of my favorite Zerg units. I'm not sure why it is. I feel like in general, medium range, medium HP units or low HP units, I think are the most fun to watch. You have the Marine, I think is fun to watch. The Hydra is fun to watch. Stalker has more HP, yes, or at least has HP and shield, so more overall health. I think the Stalker is fun to watch. There's just something about like 5 to... Like the range needs to be between 5 and 7, I think. And then you have this cool unit. I don't know why. Not insanely high speed, but high speed enough as well, you know. They all are relatively quickish. Stalkers when they have blink, Marines when they stim, Hydras when they get their muscular augments upgrade. I feel like there's I don't know, there's something beautiful about it. I think in general there's something just beautiful about these very simple type of units where you look at them and you know what they do. There's no tricks around them, you know. It's easy to figure out. You know, I kind of like that. I also like the Hellion though. I feel like the Hellion is a great unit. I also like the way it looks. Look at these wheels. They're in each other right now. It's not quite brilliant, but good enough. They look a little bit like they could be in Rocket League, these cars. No? Rocket League cars look exactly like this. Like a little buggy. A little June buggy. Alright. 30C is going to float over as it's going to be a 3-Rex follow-up. Scarlett is preparing for... Well, actually, Liberators. These are Liberator-positioned spores. Creep is spreading rapidly towards this stop side. Already up this ramp, which is impressive. Continue spreading towards the bottom side as well, as this hatch is going to be taken at the fort. Is this going to be the 5th base? I've never seen this forward third being taken like this. This is some clowny plays here. Now the Scarlett, as these Hellions are trying to move in, drones will be evacuated from this position. But that might just be a little bit too slow. Good split. Actually good split. Liberator has been taken out. Drones largely survive. Yes, the Lynx have died, that is frustrating, but as long as these drones don't get another big hit on them, I actually think this is somewhat okay. Creep spread still looking good. We haven't had a single big scan yet to deal with that. Hellions are committing hard on creep here, by the way, as they might be in a little bit of trouble. We see the Lynx trying to come by. Yeah, I think these cars are gonna somewhat die at least. Maybe all of them will die, actually. Still one Ling remaining. Oliveira's gonna shoot that Ling. So Oliveira should have a couple of Marines at home already. Medevacs now start, 6 minutes in. This is all fairly standard. 6 gas is a follow-up. Double Evo. Wait, 6 gas is a follow-up. I'm not sure why I said that like that was a normal thing. Uh-oh. Range and carapace. No Roach Warren yet. My dear friends. I think we might be Hydraing it up. Oh, I would love it. I had so much fun watching the Hydras. They look so stupid. And the Zergs look so, or the Terrans look so confused when they walk in with their mass marine tank and they get blasted by Hydra Infestor. I think this is it. I think this is gonna be it. Oh, this is beautiful. 74 drones are out already. That is a good drone count. Oh, I'm actually really looking forward to this. Oh. This makes me so happy. It's just watching the hydras, you know, while Scarlett was playing from behind. It was great to watch. Just watching them hit stuff. Hydras punch very hard. People don't know this, but it's actually true. They punch hard. It's going to be 6 gas hydras, 74 workers. Now, this first push will need to be stopped with Ling Queen. There's no combat yet, so that should be possible. Link's now moving back. Tanks in the back. Don't have any coverage from Hellions. Are far on creep as well. Scarlett's just going to soak up a bunch of damage. And then it's going to kill this. 1-1 hadn't finished yet either. 3 drones ended up falling. First 5 hydras now on the way. 1-1 is going to finish up as well. Already fairly early. Infestation pit on the way. This is not necessarily for fast hive, although that is also, you know, something that's going to be in the works, you know, a hive. It could just be for some infestors initially, as we have extra gases being added in, and the first hydras are being produced. And you know that this is not Hydra Ling Bane because there's no melee upgrades. Usually you see melee plus range upgrades, right? Maybe 1 or 2 carapace, or actually you see like +1 melee into +1 range, and then carapace upgrades continuing. That's the most standard thing, but this is just pure range upgrades. There are a lot of links out, but they're mainly to try and keep this army in place so that the Queen Hydra can move forward and deal with it. 11 more Hydras on the way as the count is growing, going up to 16 right now. It's going to be kind of difficult to keep the creep alive. Oh, and here comes a push in forward. That's 1 Hydra that goes down. That's the 2nd Hydra that goes down. Links connect with these Marines, as a couple of Marines will fall. So far, Oliveira doing a good job keeping the creep growth in check. It's gonna take out this 5th base as well. Don't think that Scarlett can quite save this. Might lose a couple of links trying to though. No, gonna give that up for now. Lots of money in the bank. 89 drones on 4 bases. That sounds like oversaturation to me. Kind of. Oversaturated-ish. These Hydras are going to fight these Marines, and they're going to get pushed back here. Back on creep. 2 Hydras will survive. A little bit of 5 Hydras gone down and 80 links. More Hydras on the way. Burrow coming out as well. These medevacs are now empty as these Hydras start trading, and they're doing a pretty decent job. Take out a couple of Marines as well as a medevac. Baneling Nest is now on the way behind this. But for now on the menu, I'm expecting Hydras, and more Hydras. The first few infestors have hit the field. Tanks have... I feel like they've stayed at home largely. No? Only 2 tanks have died. Just tank production hasn't been so many tanks. We have 2 tanks total. The rest is going to be mines. Mines freaking suck against Mass Hydra. It's funny because you think with mines you're good against Ling Bane. But then the Hydras come out and these guys outrange the mines. That's pretty freaking great. 9 more Hydras on the way. It's going to bring the total up to, what is that, 27? Ooh, Fungal almost hits there. Now we're going to have Queens sacrifice their life to tank some of these mine shots. 4 mines moving in towards the main base, but a couple of Hydras plus Spores might be capable of dealing with that. Oh, big Fungal's going to connect, as at the same time Tank will get blasted. Is there an Overseer? No, there's not. Oh, Mine Drop actually hitting over here in the 3rd. It's going to take out a lot of workers. The Hydra count continues to grow. About to grow up to 40. 2-2 not done yet, so you don't want to fight pre-upgrade, right? As this mine is still around. Oh, that's a Fungal that hits. What is the infestor count? We have 3 infestors, we have 37 Hydras. Baneling speed finishes up. We have Burrow for the infestors as well. Scarlett right now is going to make a pure Hydra push. With, 37 Hydras, 2-2 upgrades. This is the timing. This is the timing, my friends. No Overseer is actually going to hurt Scarlett a decent amount. That means you can't really clear these mines easily. That is an issue. Single tank not actually dealing that much damage either. Splits here are good, or at least good enough. Depot's being taken out. Here come more links. Whoop! Big snipe there on the infestor. Gonna get another Fungal here. Concave is insane for these Hydras, by the way. That is actually mental. Fungal completely misses. That was the last Fungal, I think, that was still stuck in the back, left in the back. The inventory now is empty. No, that's incorrect. There's actually another infestor here. The backup fester. As 9 workers have gone down. 16 new Hydras in production. And we're gonna get our first melee upgrade as well at this moment. This CC is gonna move towards the right. It just looks so stupid to see so many Hydras attack. And the transition here to me seems like ultras. We have Vipers as well coming out. There's still a couple of infestors lurking in the ground. This is actually just a fun style to play, I think, as well. I'm still not sure if it's good, or if this is like a semi-troll. Probably a bit of a mix. Hydras are gonna catch these medevacts. I thought the Vipers are out, man. Vipers take a long time to build. 29 seconds. This base is gonna get clowned on by this Marine Ghost mine army. Scarlett has to split a little bit better there. Grab some preemptive splits as another mine hit. It's gonna connect with some drones. 6 base goes down. Drones go down. Scarlett's still up 28 supply. Needs to start working on this base at some point. Creature threat actually looking extremely healthy, which is a surprise to me. And I wonder if Oliveira is going to be caught off guard here by the Ultralisk transition. Which is... it's coming. Yeah, there we go. Ultra's on the way right now. This mine has been around here for a while, I feel like. We're seriously lacking overseers. That's the one thing I will say. As Baneling's now being morphed as a single tank here. Do we have adrenal glands? No, we don't. Scarlett doesn't believe in adrenal. Link shouldn't fight. They should just be running around. Hydra's gonna snipe this one base. Here comes the fungal from behind the bushes. No. Still just hiding. Still in hiding. Is that infestor? It's not gonna do anything here. Just hanging around. Just hanging around in the bushes. It's getting vision on the other side. Still no Umburo. Oh, here comes a scan. Banelings don't get connections as snipes actually do go down. 188 supply to 160. As 5 more ultras here get constructed. 6 bases about to finish up again. As with these ultras, you're still gonna need infestors, right? Your ultras don't actually kill stuff. What ultras do is that if they get to it, then they kill it. They can tank a lot of damage, and they can kill stuff if they can get there. Blinding Cloud gets casted. Another Blinding Cloud is in there. Yep, that's the second Blinding Cloud. This base is gonna fall while these ultras are pushing this army away. The lack of overseers is seriously hurting Scarlett here. At least the lack of overseers with that army. The base is gonna survive. Pulling a bit of an Elaser there. Not having enough Banes or damage output altogether to clear that planetary. Ends up losing a decent chunk of units. Still, killing 7 workers is nice. Being up in supply is nice. Having ultras is real nice. But we're still in dire need of a higher infestor count. We're gonna need 3, 4, 5, 6. 5 infestors. I think 5 infestors, that's a good number. 5. I like 5. I like 6 as well. It's also a good number. It's having them float on the map somewhere. You know, 1 over here. I have 1 down here. And 2, 3 with your army. This is a good position for an infestor. Once again in the bushes. Just lurking there. Waiting for an opportunity to strike. Those get scanned and dies. Changelings moving in will get killed before they get to do anything. Before they get to do anything useful with their miserable little lives. More CCs on the way, and that's one of the issues that Oliveira definitely has, is the lack of command centers. Scarlett now is planning on... Ooh! I thought Scarlett was going to go towards that topside base, but instead it's just going to completely take out this bottom, this fort base. And now running away from this location. There's no infestors to help zone this army away. Ultras moving in. Banelings connecting as well. Oh, this base once again might just barely survive. SCV is not being targeted down. That is a mistake. Now these Hydras are being split off to target down some SCVs. 11 will fall, but the base survives. And this is an issue. Every single time Scarlett goes in and doesn't kill a base, that is real bad. Imagine if both of these bases had been taken out. Oliveira would be back on 3. There's no backup planetaries, no backup command centers. Could perhaps float an orbital from the main base, but that's about it. Look at this patch, by the way. Still 610 minerals on it. It's pretty crazy if you ask me. That is pretty crazy if you ask me. These ultras... gonna set up shop here on the right side. Trying to get in here. Decently sized mine. A couple of snipes going down as well. I think the Bane should be capable of getting this planetary down this time around. Yep, there we go. 18 workers go down, as well as the planetary. Problem here being... Oh, hold that thought. We have a couple of mine burrows. Mediocre hit. Is that Scarlett doesn't have that much cash in the bank anymore. It's gonna get this base denied as well. Scarlett is becoming a little bit poor. It's not as rich as once before. Creature is crazy though, holy cow. See what Oliveira's plans are. Spinning towards the left. Rebuilding a CC on location. That's a move that's gonna backfire massively, I feel like. Just a single link, where like a group of 10 links can cancel that. I wonder if Scarlett is aware of that. Saw it happen, saw it go up. Probably believes there's some defense there. It is really crazy to make that move if you're Oliveira here. Scarlett doesn't want to give up this area because this is where the only mining base is located, or one of the only mining bases is going to be located. 1 out of the 3. Scarlett setting up a flank as well. Infestor moving in. Needs to be careful. Aware of one of these turrets. It's going to come from the back. Liberator count is 4. Gonna have a flank from the left. What's the Hydra count here? 16. 16 Hydras, 5 Infestors, 25 Banelings. Oh my god, a Fungal out of the freaking left field there. As EMP is not quite connecting with this army. Banelings connecting with everything else. Hydra Ultra will try and take out this base. Similar scenario. We've seen this before. Will the SCVs get taken down in time this time around? Yes, they will. CC falls. That is a very, very big deal. That pretty much forces the all-in here out of Oliveira. This right side base has finished up, which is a miracle in and by itself. Hydra's pushing in forward. We'll take out a bunch of these libs as Banelings continue connecting with the Ghost. Despite there being no Overseer here, 3 Liberators do remain though, and this base is toast. It's not even mining. Holy crap. Scarlett still has 3k mineral income. I'm surprised by that. I thought these bases would be mined out much sooner. But this base has hard... Oh, right, this was the 4th or the 5th base even, right? This wasn't the 3rd. I was like, man, that 3rd is staying around for such a long time. That's not true at all. Because it wasn't a 3rd, but it is staying around for a long time. That is the only true part of that statement. Oliveira at 134 supply. 79 Hydras have gone down so far in this game. We have 19 more on the way. Or, well, 19 more out already. Do we actually have Adrenal? Adrenal has never been built. That is a big deal. With a link count total of 250. I mean, not all of them were around to see the high finish, but the ones that have are still patiently waiting for their crack. So once they get the hands on their crack, they're gonna start attacking real fast. That's why they're called cracklings after all. 13 more Hydras on the way. Back into Mass Hydras. I mean, Mass Hydra Viper Infestor. You look at that composition and you think to yourself, what is the counter? Like, what counters an Infestor, what counters a Viper, and what counters a Hydra? Then you realize that a Ghost counters every single one of these units. So really what you need is just a lot of Ghost. You're gonna be just fine, buddy. Don't worry about it. Sensor tower here is going up. I don't know what just died. Maybe a Liberator. Maybe a Medevac. Felt like an air unit though. I think it was a Lib. Oh my god. He never had ship weapons. Oliveira never had ship weapons. Scarlett has these options, by the way, to either kill this base or to kill this one. Like, these are 2 somewhat viable options in my mind. Scarlett can kind of decide whatever the heck she wants to do. Oh, we have another Liberator. Do we even have advanced ballistics? Yeah, we do have that. This range doesn't seem so large, but... Oh, there's also a Lib over here. That's super frustrating. So both of these bases being denied right now. Oh, a couple of abducts. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3. Yeah, it's gonna get 2 of these ghosts, probably. Ooh, a bunch of Link Bane, though. Also lost a Viper. Gonna need to gather a bit more energy on these bad boys. I think this left side is looking a little bit more appetizing right now to attack. From a Zerg perspective. Fungal Boy trying to move over. See if we can do anything here. I think the answer might be no. Viper's continuing to gather energy. Ooh, that's 1, that's 2, that's 5 snipes on 1 unit. It's gonna do the job. A little bit of overkill, but that's fine. Ghosts know when to stop. They don't like beating a dead horse. Or a dead Viper for that matter. Microbial Shroud gets used here on the Hydras. Actually helping out quite a bit against these lip shots. As, yeah. That was a real nice move to clear that area, because there were so many lips. Of course, that doesn't really help against the snipes, because Microbial Shroud only helps against air attacks. As Oliveira 76 army supply against 80. Oliveira had 1900 income against 2200. Not even really mining with mules here. I'm surprised how high Oliveira's income still is. Has a backup command center here. Scarlett sending in an infestor from the side. Oop, it's gonna get a pretty decent fungal actually. Takes out a bunch of these ghosts. Once again, no overseer. This has been something that has been frustrating me for a while now. Is the complete lack of overseers. Now they show up and Oliveira losing all of the important assets that Terran has. The Liberators, the Ghost. Even a mine count is fairly low. Like we have a couple of... Actually, we have more mines almost than we have Marines at this point, which is also not a great sign. Unless, of course, you're purposefully not building Marines because you want a better army. That's not the case here, because Oliveira only has 122 supply. More Vipers on the way, more Infestors on the way. Scarlett's going to continue mining from this base as a single Corruptor there to deal with that lip that was... in that position earlier. Another Liberator is going to be sent over. Hydra here just standing guard. Gonna get a couple of shots. Almost like it's tower defense. Corruptor is going to deal with the Liberator the rest of the way as a Medivac gets taken out by the Fungal Hydra combination. We're going back up to a decent Hydra count. Up to 30. That is a very decent Hydra count indeed. Drones will evacuate this spot temporarily as the Corruptor will deal with this threat. Oliveira is desperately trying to push through here. Has his command center already waiting for something to happen. Fungal's going to connect. I feel like Microbial Shroud did so well in that last fight. I'm honestly surprised by it. I honestly am surprised by that. Wonder if we're going to see another Microbial Shroud attack. Oh, Fungal! Could have been a huge Fungal. Hydras weren't paying attention though. No point in Fungaling if the Hydras aren't close. This is such a key area right now. Scarlett's going to be running out of bases to mine from as well. Maybe we can still take that very far left side at some point. Oop. That is an abduct. That is a second abduct. That's a third abduct. And that's a lot of abducts. Liberators here being taken out by the Hydras. We get Cloak. As Scarlett right now in a significant army supply lead. Does an army... Well, actually, the army value isn't all that high. Hydras don't cost that much, do they? There's just no Medivacs in this army. Legitimately none. This is a weird pivot here coming out of Oliveira, no? Wanting to now take this far left side base. It's gonna push forward rapidly. Scarlett probably should try and take this out while this all happens. Doesn't want to give up the base though. Which is understandable. Flank... options are definitely here. Holy crap. Oh, they're definitely here. These lips are actually stuck in between a rock and a hard place. Both the rock and the hard place have Hydras in them. Yeah, that's gonna be it. GG gets called. Oliveira knows he's dead. Leaves the game. Not bad. 137 Hydras have died. 40 still on the map. We got to see the style and it kind of worked. I do wonder if the Hydra is, you know, the main thing there, or if the Infestor... So, like... The Infestor coming out so early, that feels crazy to me, you know? How fast that Infestor is out. It felt like it was out at like 8 or 9 minutes already underground. And it stopped so much of that pressure that Terrans usually put on the Zerg. Just wasn't here this time. Fun game nonetheless. It's going to be it for me today. Thanks all so much for watching. Hope you did enjoy it. If you did, don't forget to like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see all of you next time for a new video. Thanks, and bye-bye.